Hi there and welcome to my video. Today I'm going to show you how to make these mixed media cards and card inserts. They were a lot of fun to make. I used my jelly prints and I just kind of let my creativity take over. So I'm going to show you how I did it with this 140-pound paper. It's 9 by 12, so I'm going to cut it into 4 equal squares. So that would make them, this is 12, so it's 6 across and then 4.5 down. So it is a little bit of a different size. You might want to keep this in mind as you're creating. Is it something you want to give away so that people could frame? Or if it doesn't matter, then you just make whatever size appeals to you. I just kind of went with the easy way because it was a large piece of paper and cut it up into 4 equal squares. So the first one I am creating is just something that I'm going to give away in a greeting card for a friend. And I'm using my jelly prints that I made on my jelly plate. I will put a video up here just to show you how you can create your own jelly prints. They're really a lot of fun if you have a jelly plate. So I'm just using an Oohoo glue stick. I find it easier with the papers that I use to use a glue stick at times because the matte medium that I use, it's actually satin medium, can kind of make it curl if the paper isn't heavy enough. So just kind of playing around and creating different shapes with the jelly prints and collaging them down. That's actually a piece of deli paper that I printed on. I do use all different kinds of papers, rice paper, I use print paper, copy paper, craft paper. This is actually an index card that I'm using to create the fodder, and I really have fun experimenting with it all. So, not thinking too much about how it's going to look, I'm just enjoying the process. And I recently got this little corner cutter, which I love, and it just creates a nice little rounded edge. There's 3 different sizes. So to finish it off, I'm just going to use my finger dabber and my circle stencil, just kind of add a little paint on top. I think part of the creative process is just following what you like and what you enjoy to see. And I really love creating things with fodder and using different papers and pens and just creating different marks. So you can see how that kind of came out. Cute little card. I can include a little message on the back or just give it plain. So for this next one, I was thinking about how I wanted to create a little mini deck of my own for myself to include some positive messages, maybe some of my favorite quotes. I really love having inspirational things around because it kind of keeps me going, makes me feel good as I'm creating. Even if sometimes I get a little stuck, I can look at the cards and can kind of give me a little push. So I'm just putting the papers down. This is a little piece of deli paper that I printed on, so it's a little transparent. And then I'm writing my sentiment on a piece of deli paper. And this is something that I think about often. So I really just wanted to get it on a card, and it is what you focus on will grow. My mom used to always say that to me growing up, and it was a great reminder that I needed to focus on positive things and focus on the things that I could change rather than worrying about the things I couldn't. So I am using a little satin medium here just because putting the deli paper down, it makes it a little more translucent, so it fades into the papers better than a glue stick would. And then I didn't want to add too many dark marks to this one because it was a nice light piece. So I'm just using a off-white Posca paint pen and creating some vines and leaves just as an accent around the quote. Making the marks is one of my favorite things to do because it's kind of just relaxing and fun. And then I'm ending again, just kind of creating a nice corner edge. So this is the start of a little deck for me. And here's the giveaway I am going to include. You can write a little message on the back. See how it slides right into a card. That's a jelly print card that I made. And then this last one is another part of my deck that I'm making, just using some jelly prints. And I had a little seahorse that I had printed out on deli paper in my inkjet printer, and I wanted to include it. So you'll see that a little further in the video. So I'm just using the prints. I'm not really thinking too much. I just kind of rip them up and put them down and see where they fit. And that's a really part of the process that I love because it's just a lot of getting lost in the moment and putting a puzzle together. I did try to use some kind of greens and blues because I was thinking of a kind of an aquatic scene. So you'll see the little seahorse right here. So I did have to be careful putting it down because the inkjet does run. I don't have a laser printer, so I just kind of gently put it down without mushing it too much. And then here is the sentiment. Change takes time. It's another good reminder of how life can move fast, but change can often take a little longer. So just rounding out the edges. I just feel like it makes it look like a little bit more of a complete card look. So I just wanted to finish it off with a little bit of a burst of color in the corner, just making some marks. I feel like it kind of brings it together. And again, it's just personal preference, what colors you like, what marks you like. The whole idea is to have fun and make art that you enjoy. So here are the 3 cards. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed following along. Here are a few other videos that may interest you along the same lines, and I hope to see you again soon.